Hello TikTok and YouTube. We are doing CSS how to comment in this third CSS tutorial. Come on, if this content is fitting you, you can follow, you can subscribe, ask questions in the comment section, and share to blaze your friends. I am Code with Devil on all social medias and access them. Let us begin. Just like in HTML, the purpose of commenting is and recommendation. Before I illustrate the two, you need to know is the syntax in each case. Just for a quick reminder, like in HTML, if you remember, the syntax for commenting is these marks you're seeing on the screen. Comments will go there. You can see other text has gone to blue. That means that this beginning of the commenting, and if you don't end, then it will treat that up to the last line everything is the comment. If you want to stop the commenting in HTML, you just include two hyphens and that one. So it means the comment starts from here and ends here. If you want to line comment, whatever the line that you want to comment out, it should be in between the marks. If I cut this start here, I've done what we call the multi-line comment. These headings will be commented out. The browsers normally ignore the comments. They are just purposes for human readability. For CSS, the syntax for commenting is dash followed by an asterisk. Then the comment goes in between there. And to end a CSS comment, you begin with the asterisk, then you finish with the /. Do both in external CSS and internal CSS inside the head section. Debugging simply means tracing some lines of code where you think they can be having some errors. Example, at this moment I may want heading 1. This property we call text align center should not be executed at the moment. Mean that this heading 1 CSS how to comment should begin from the margin with no padding. I'll begin my commenting end down here, and followed by a /. So you will see this text has gone to blue by default. Save and refresh. You will notice that this text has moved back on the left hand side. Also, to view the page source, you will just right click, go to view page source, or you can use a keyboard shortcut Ctrl+U. Notice that when we navigate to our CSS, the commenting still exists, not been displayed in the browser. So the browsers normally ignore the comments. Bigger projects, it involves millions of lines of code, and you are using different languages like JavaScript, PHP, etc. You will probably encounter so many errors. So you'll need to be tracing some lines of code that may contain some bugs by use of commenting. So you can see my starting point is here and the ending point is here. It has captured around 3 lines. So that type of commenting is what we call the multi-line comment. If you just comment out one line of code, then that is what we call the line comment. For documentation, you may wish that you want to be commenting each and every line of code. Just lucky enough that the current versions of languages are high-level languages. That is to mean that they are like English. So if, for example, body background color magenta, so that is just an English. But for those who are programming with earlier versions of languages, they were using machine languages like 0 and 1, the binary digits. So there was need to be commenting out each and every line in human language, so that whenever you visit your work, maybe after a long period of time, you may want to wish to update something, you may want to wish to add something, or the language may have changed the syntax you want to update, or if someone or you have assigned any other programmer to visit your work, it will be easier for you to trace what you are doing before through following the comments. So what we call the documentation. For example, I want to comment out this body, that someone who is maybe is not familiar with CSS, he or she can just read this comment and understand what I was doing. So I save. So it has no effect on our running of the code. See the comment in the browser. So this comment is not ignored. So it means if someone is visiting this work, or I myself visiting this work, maybe after 10 years or a decade, then I will be able to understand what I was doing before, rather than just reading lines of code. It may be very hectic to understand and take you a lot of time. So that's a brief way of commenting. In the next tutorial we are doing CSS colors. Stay tuned. Do not tell people about your dreams, show them.